I didn't know if I was gonna make it. I did way too much today, and I'm really late with this video. I'm sorry. I know some people that are regulars would rather it be earlier. But hi. Good evening. Welcome to the reading report that I'm calling it now. I am scribbling out some stuff on the 2 packages that I do have to unbox today. And then when we hit about 2 minutes, YouTube sends this out and we start to get people in here. So that's what I'm waiting for. If you're here in the future, we usually talk about books during these streams, the Sunday streams, the past few months at least. But we are art and animals here, so anything animal related. I have a lot of exotics of my own. And art related is like makeup, books, sometimes dance, but not live. Ugh, it already makes me feel so much better. Like, it puts me in a different mood to be in, like, YouTube mode, you know? So, it'll be okay. Let me check the live on my laptop to the side here, and just make sure we're on. I probably won't be able to stay on for long tonight. Hi, if you're here. I forgot my mouse. Where is it? 1 minute. Gotta get my mouse so I can do stuff. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Hello. Hello. I just saw somebody pop in, so we should be boosting up any minute now. Oh, God. My neck kind of hurts from the car accident the other day. Hey. Hi, Hatman, or whatever you want me to call you. Yeah, I see a second person here, but I'm not sure who that is yet. Hi, Lewis. Nope, we've got at least 2 here. Let's go. I do not recommend that. Official No Limits. Hi. Esther. Hi. Thank you, Louis. Lewis? Hello from India. Hello. I am pulling up my laptop because, as you regulars know, Hatman, I need to look at my, oh God, we already have spammers. I just got here, guys. 6-7 is hilarious, but you also need to not spam the chat. I don't mind if you say it, but you're gonna go in a timeout right now because I don't want that to happen. Okay, I'm already behind on the chat a little bit. Hi, everybody. Yeah, here is everybody. I see 23 people so far. Okay, I said hi from India. We got a bunch of spams. Official No Limits. You're trying to do a live too? Hello. Thank you, Esther. Louis, gotcha. I'm from the northeastern United States. What's with the 41? Bangladesh, hello. It is the morning where you are, it sounds like. It is 7:30-ish p.m. here. And I don't know, what does 41 mean now? What is going on? Is there another one? Hi, Sonic. 28 you saw? Oh, that's awesome. Sorry, I'm a little behind. I don't know how people do it. We're not going to do religion stuff here. I already forget, Esther, what you were saying. Okay, don't worry. I already forget what you said. Hold on. Oh, maybe you were just talking about general. Just went down. Yeah, it goes up and down so fast. Can I sub to you, Official No Limits? I'll pull up your channel. I need to look at it first before I we've already got some weird questions. Louis, I have some unboxings of books. We kind of ended up talking about books a lot on these live streams, art and animals on the channel. So today I'm gonna unbox more books. I get them free from Goodreads if Goodreads is kind to me. Hi from the UK, Esther. You don't need to call me darling, but I am 44. Didn't you already ask what the stream was about? Hold on. The chat goes crazy for a little bit, and then we kind of settle into like who's gonna actually be here. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this person. Am I okay? That's an interesting question. I get into YouTube mode here. 30 people it says right now. Are you guys seeing that? Let's try not to get too religious. Doesn't matter what religion, so settle down. Dang. Whew. Hello, everyone. My goodness. Crazy start to the stream. We're gonna unbox some books. I have no idea what they are. Fiction, nonfiction, whatever. Esther, no, you didn't make me feel uncomfortable. Don't worry about it. Can I block somebody? Hold on. I just told him to stop, so if he keeps going, I am gonna block. Hello, Rick. Yeah, Esther, no worries. We have a bunch of people from the UK that are kind of regulars. So, yeah. So if I'm looking down, again, it's because I'm looking at my laptop to try. I can see more of your comments. Duncan, which flag is that? Does it tell me? No, it doesn't. It does not. Jace Vandermeer, this UK? Yeah, that UK. I'm from the northeastern United States, but no, I am not from the UK. Rick and Jace. Meant to be Scotland. Oh, okay. I didn't recognize that flag. Probably New Jersey. You can guess, but I'm not going to say which state because security reasons, internet, all that stuff. What are most of the books about? So Goodreads, let me make sure my my sound is off so you guys don't have to deal with that. Oh, it is already. Okay. Sorry for my thumb and the wiggling. What? Hold on. Ah! Look at your previous comment. It's already gone. I'm sorry. What are most of the books about? So it's whatever Goodreads happens to be giving away. It's often a lot of new books, and it's a lot of fiction, I find. So it's usually fiction, but I sign up for stuff that I'm interested in, and then I also sign up for stuff that my book, not my book nonprofit, but a book nonprofit that I work with could use, so I can always donate them. Can we see your books now, please? Yes. 1 minute. Trying to just get to the end of the chat again. Official no limits. You're gonna have to repeat. My brain is at its limits tonight. Okay, so it's gonna be hard to get some words out. And if I don't read your comment out, no offense, I'm just trying to make sure I get the gist of things. I like your room. Thank you. What music do I like? I currently my top 3 artists that I'm like using like medicine are Aurora, Dodie, and Coldplay. Mystists. I don't see an attitude. I'm usually pretty good at checking for harsh comments. Hi, Grayson. Is it Christian Bridges? Jace, I kind of get that you're kind of having an attitude. I don't know if you mean to do that or not, but hi, Leon. Leonis? Sorry, I'm doing my best. Sorry, Esther, I will get to it in just a minute, I promise. This chat is very active. Your favorite painter is from Austria. What is your favorite painter? Okay. Okay, I think I got a second. Real quick, like and subscribe would be great. I also have a Ko-Fi account where I can't do super chats yet. I don't have enough watch hours, but you can leave a gift with Ko-Fi. I think it defaults to $5, but you can put whatever you want. I don't care if you give $1. I don't care if you give nothing. I'm just letting you know. I'm trying to get a little spiel as I go. Won't take much time on that though. Esther's cool with stuff. I gotta keep an eye on Jason. Dennis, I don't know what's going on here, but all right, I have a white package and a brown package envelopes. Which one should I start with? Let me know. I think the white one is a paperback. The brown one feels like a paperback as well. I'm getting there, Jace. Hold your horses or your camels. We have a random camel on this channel who still doesn't have a name. We need to name the camel. Brown or white? Brown or white? Tell me and I'll start with one. It says there's only 3 people here now, so what happened to everybody? I don't know if Hatman is still here. Maybe you get to pick. Nice, I would say your choice. Brown? Okay, we got one brown vote. And Esther is fine with whatever, so. Book number 1 of this stream. Let's go. This is sticky. It already says uncorrected proof on the back. There's a sticker in here. It's going to be backwards for you guys. I'm sorry. What is it? Evelyn in Transit. Oh, and I think I remember winning this one. I thought it was Evelyn in Transition, but it says Evelyn in Transit, a novel. David Guterson. I'm sorry, it's backwards. I was just about to say, is that the guy that wrote Snow Falling on Cedars? And it says it down in there. So, it is. So what I'll do is kind of figure out what it's about, give it a sniff test, and then read the first sentence. But this says advance uncorrected proofs. Please do not quote for publication without checking against the finished book. I'm not publishing anything in print here. This is just me talking about it, so no big deal. Let me see what I rated Snow Falling on Cedars. I kind of remember liking it, and I kind of remember not liking it. Oh. I gave it 1 star. Oh no. I guess I hated it. Maybe I should donate this one. Hi, whatever your screen name is for in Jamaica. That's awesome. I'm not from the UK. I'm from the US. Yes, thank you. Yes. We have people all around the world right now. Okay, sniff test. Oh, damn, it smells really good. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but it smells more like paper than like ink. You know how you get that good balance sometimes of paper and ink, and it's like this newspapery smell? This is like more papery. Nope, not vanilla. Hi, Jameer. You always do a sniff test as well? That's part of the experience of reading the books. Let me see what my review was for the other one, and then I'm gonna see what this was about. I didn't leave a review. I read it in 2016. Really? Did I? No. I added it to a shelf when I started a fiction like tag. I read this in 2007, which makes a lot more sense. I remember where I was. We were on like a vacation to like a what am I saying? My brain. B&B. Might be Airbnb at this point, but I remember liking it more than 1 star. I don't know. Can't beat that fresh book smell. No, you can't. Fresh book smell and old book smell. Kareem smells more like a skunk fart. Okay, we will stay away from you. Any advice, chat? What do you mean, Kareem? Some good cologne, my friend. And shower. Yes, hygiene is important. Okay, let's get to what it's I really like to read too, obviously. I'm signing up for thousands of these giveaways, and mostly I win the Kindle ones, which I can't unbox, but this is like I'm in the 30s now of how many physical books I've gotten. Okay, the first thing on the back is nothing that tells us what the book is actually about. What a beautiful, strange, soulful spell David Gooderson casts in Evelyn in Transit. I don't care. What is it about? I just want to see if there's like a blurb. Not really. Okay. Is this talking about this one? A crystalline short novel? Looks like a regular novel to me. About defying expectations, hitting the road, and seeking the right way to live. What is it about? Hello. It's a work of fiction, okay? Could we maybe get there? Jesus. Okay, there's some Tibetan names and titles. Holy crap! How many? We still haven't gotten to the chapter 1. This looks like it's from Evelyn's point of view. This doesn't even say chapter 1. Hold on a second. Let me just... Is this a weird format book? Okay. It does not have chapters. It has POV people. So the first one is from Evelyn. And yes, I know it's backwards. Let me just look at the chat real quick. Yeah, showering is good. LOL, like, what? I couldn't figure out where to even start this. What's your favorite genre of book? I've read a ton of fantasy books this year. I need to start making my wrap up for the year. I read 53 books so far. It's gonna take me forever. No, it still hasn't said what it's about. Hi, Simon. I don't know what Aaron's talking about. Okay. Evelyn's chapter. Okay. You climbed onto a stump, and from the stump got hold of a branch, and from that branch caught a higher branch, and after that, the branches were so close you could climb up the tree until it got wispy, and from there you could see the river, tracks, farms, roads, and a line where the earth met the sky. Breathe. Holy crap. What is that? What is it about? A stump? The big view made Evelyn wary. A hollowness grew in her, and she wondered about it. What is it about? What is it about? Okay. Maybe that's why I gave 1 star to the other book, because I had no idea what was going on. The next name is Tsering. I'm just going to say it. I think he explained some of the Tibetan names in a previous page. Let me just read that character's point of view sentence. Tsering was playing by himself in a cold wind. Okay, that's at least shorter. The second sentence says, behind the storehouse near the road sat a mound of yak hides. Okay, I'm down with the yaks. What the hell is this about? Let me see if there's a genre on the back. It doesn't come out till January. It's $30 in hardcover? What on earth? I'm gonna look it up on Goodreads because I still don't know what we're dealing with here. I am the Lady Anna on Goodreads. If anybody wants to go find me there, you'll see what I'm reading in like real time. I know I saw this a second ago. Anybody have a clue here? What Evelyn in transit? So I guess maybe she's traveling? Why does it not even list the book? This is so weird. I've never spent so much time trying to figure out what the heck a book is. I don't think we're ever going to find out tree climbing. Apparently that's all it's about so far. I have a lot of talents. Simon, thank you. Simon, were you here before? Hi, Edward. I don't know. Lady, and I love that name. Thank you. I've had that name for ages. Yeah, I love that they're advanced readers copies too. I think that's really cool. And some of them are signed by the author, so I just feel special. Okay. Can you guys hear the motorcycle? Hi, Prakash. Try to keep it, appropriate here. Okay. Goodreads has something. You don't think you've been here before? Maybe you haven't. There's probably more Simons out there, I imagine. It only has 12 ratings, but they must have all gotten the reader's editions. Okay, so do we want to actually find out what it's about? Radically open-minded, formidably strong, and unusually clear-eyed about herself and others, Evelyn Bednars has always been a misfit. Okay? She's easily bored, unsuited to life at school, asks odd questions about faith and time, and sees through conventions others take for granted. Seeking to be true to herself, she hitchhikes across the American West, taking odd jobs. So not in Tibet, then. Simon's youngest daughter's name is Anna. Cool. I don't know how to say your name, but hello. Yeah, this stream is not for flirting. All right, the second paragraph on Goodreads, I'm just going to do a little bit more. In distant Tibet, another life unfolds, as remote from Evelyn's as can be, okay? The life of a boy named Sering, raised as a Buddhist monk in the mountains of Tibet, who eventually becomes a high lama, which is a Buddhist thing, not the actual, like, animal lama. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of tired of this book already because I can't, like, get a straight answer about what's going on in it. Hi from India. Somebody's... Hi, Curtis. I don't know what those emojis are trying... Wash your hands? I don't know. I can't tell if people are being, like, trolls or not. I do read some nonfiction, Simon. I like memoirs a lot. I mean, I like animal stuff. That's part of what my channel is. Yeah, I said no religion, but then this was about a Buddhist monk, but I'm not gonna, like, talk about what it means to be Buddhist. For one, I don't know. And yeah, I'm calling it the Reading Report, and I love that name. That Red Hog says hi. The name of the book is Evelyn in Transit, for those of you who are coming in now. I know it's backwards. David Guterson wrote Snow Falling on Cedars, which I think was some kind of romance. I remember it being very atmospheric. Like, Snow Falling on Cedars does bring about that, atmosphere. My brain, sorry. Words are hard. I see the... I figured you were joking or being sarcastic. I was just saying, like, yeah, immediately a hypocrite, sorry. There is some, like, Buddhist imagery up here and stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I might. Well, the it doesn't have an actual copyright page. It just says copyright page. So this book is not finished, like in its finished form. I'm sure it's well written, but sub and like. Thank you for mentioning that. Is your name Prakash? Yeah, silent viewers are welcome as well. You don't have to comment. Yeah, I agree with Aaron here. At first, I was like not into it, but then I think by hearing the first 2 paragraphs, I'm getting a sense of interconnected lives. Maybe it's going to be worth the read. I think I'm going to try it a little more. Yeah, I definitely would not have bought this, Esther. It's not like Goodreads. The website told me what it's about. Now, maybe this isn't the final version. That often happens. Like maybe they're going to have different stuff on the back. But it's not hooking me except for the fact that I have no idea what the hell is going on. But yeah, it sounds like there's 2 people on opposite ends of the earth that are maybe going to intertwine somehow, probably going to fall in love. Nope, I just accidentally, like, I shouldn't skip all the way to the end. What did it say about Tibet in the beginning before I move to the other one? There's like a note from the author. There's a bunch of people bragging about it. I don't know why I'm doing it this way, because there were a million pages the first time too. Tibetans commonly have a 2-part given name. For example, Sereng Lekpa. I mean, I read a lot of fantasy and the names are weird anyway, but I kind of want to be respectful to like other cultures. Prominent Tibetan Buddhists are primarily referred to by titles instead of given names. All right, so I'll have to like... Oh gosh, okay, so people are going to be known by different names. Meh. The only reason I would rush to try it is to declutter it. Because if I don't need to put them on my shelf somewhere, then I'll just donate them. So I don't know. Yeah, if you don't think you'd like the book, that's not rude. Just honest. I mean, you could say that about books that I say I love, too. I don't care. Happy Sunday evening. My evolution stops on school literature. Jules Verne, Herbert H.G. Wells, Stevenson, Mark Twain. What do you mean stops? Oh, that's like the last few things that you've read? That's fine. I used to read a lot of classics because I couldn't find any good contemporary stuff. But a few years later, BookTube happened, and now I'm reading amazing stuff. Depending on how I feel after I open the second one, I will give you a report on my reading, and you can tell me what you're reading or what you'd like to read. I mean, I like a good mystery, and it's giving the mystery of what is this? Yes. I don't think it's a mystery. Wait, let me see what the only genre on Goodreads says literary fiction. Gosh, I wish I could remember what I didn't like about the other one. I think maybe it started strong and then it got really dumb, which happens unfortunately. Hi, Louie. Louie's back. Yeah, I'll do the second one in a minute. I feel like if I rush too much, then like I don't have much time on the stream. But hi, Believe. Hi, B9. I feel you, Esther. You're like, let's see what else. I love when I have a bunch to unbox. But only 2 has come back. Louis, we opened the first book and we are still confused. But we think it's about 2 people, one from Tibet and one from the US, that are going to somehow interact at some point. And she's climbing a tree. And that's really all we know. King's Long Walk. What is that? See, I'm on my Goodreads thing right now. And I love suggestions. We'll do this one next. I don't see that. King's Long Walk. Could it be called something else? Don't call me baby. I'm from the northeastern United States, and there's reasons why I don't get more specific. Prakash is laughing. Oh, my cat's coming. Do you want to be on the stream? You want to say hi? Can you hear him? What's going on? Yeah, come here. People like when kitties are here. Okay. This is the love of my life, and he has blue eyes, but they reflect weird in the ring light. His name is Xavier, and he's stuck on my shirt. He is going to probably try and move the camera and walk on my laptop. He likes to participate. Oops, sorry, I just kicked you, and you just shifted. Come here, sweetie. Okay. Kitty break. Let me catch up on the chat, and then I think I'm going to move on to the next one, because I have to work tomorrow. I only have 3 days this week. I know. Do you want to come back on? No, you gonna go lay down? Okay. Aaron loves this. Yay, I'm glad. I'm trying to do this every Sunday. And even if I don't have any unboxings, Xavier says hi again. I find something to do. We can always talk about reading. Can you see my kids? Even if I had kids, no, don't ask people that. Go to Turkey? What's wrong? He does this very sad howling lately when he's going to bed, and I don't know why, and it scares me every time. He is 16 years old. Oh, man. I don't know what we're going to do without this cat. And Talia? What? Is that your name? Esther loves cats too. B9, yes, he's so sweet. Aaron says nice. King's pseudonym Bachman? What? I could tell you we're good people. I hope so. Gazan Farkers. Sorry. Thank you for the compliment. I don't want to focus on that kind of a comment, though. Esther, why do you feel bad? Stop apologizing for yourself. You're fun to talk to. Your cat's so cat. I like that. You don't get to see cats often. Oh, why not? Oh, maybe you were talking about the cat. Advance Happy New Year. Oh my God, you're right. It's like about a month away. Thank God. This year has been the worst. My cat's name is Xavier. He came with that name. We got him when he was 8. Oh, Antalya is city in Turkey. Cool. My first job was at a pizza place, and my boss was from Turkey. He was one of the coolest people. It's a tough age to be 16. Yeah, for a cat. Yeah. But we thought we might lose him 3 years ago, and he's hanging in. Takes a lot of money. Oh, you mean you feel bad for the cat? He's okay. December is a busy month. Yeah, I hope I can continue to stream. Holidays are rough for me, so like I don't really celebrate them that much. I try to just ignore what's happening. Anyway. Yeah, don't feel bad for the cat. He has a lot of love in this house. Okay. I don't know. Should I do the second one? All right. Let me check one thing first. Not bad. I just want to check something on my channel real quick. Wait, did I have a video coming out today? I think I did, actually. Is it bad that I don't even know? I think I got a video out today because yes, I did. Okay, It's not doing well. That's okay. Because that eyeshadow palette, remember I said art, we do makeup sometimes, and that palette is on sale, so I wanted people to know about it. But back to the books. Okay. You're ready for the book? Yes, so am I. Let me just make sure I have the Louis is leaving already. Okay, I'm sorry. This dude don't... I'm not going to read that, Brokeback, because I have a feeling you're being inappropriate. I am not single. If I listened to these random chat people, I'd probably have 8,000 husbands by now. Like, do any of you actually get relationships out of this? Out of these streams? It's crazy. Okay. I appreciate compliments, but, like, come on. All right, I had one more thing. Okay, the Richard Bachman Stephen King Long Walk. I just want to put this in here because... Oh, I just saw it. Richard Bachman... Wait, it's by Stephen King, too. Which one is it by? Why does it... Oh, both. It's from both people. Okay. Yeah, some people are, you know, I like to give people a chance, but then we're gonna maybe block some people. Books. I'm not a writer, no. I mean, I've written stuff, but not like for publishing. Okay, second book for the stream. Let's just go for it. Oh, my cat is looking at me so cute right now. Okay. Paperback. Oh, I think there was something else in that envelope too, but I'll look at it in a minute. Sometimes they put a bookmark in with it. So I'm gonna just take off camera. St. Martin's Press. I think I have gotten one of these before. All right, ready? Paperback. What does that say? Long Island Girls? Oh my. They have some fishnet stockings on that are awesome. A novel, Advanced Reader's Edition. Do you see that? I know it's backwards. June 23rd, 2026, this book is coming out? And I have a copy of it? I'm going to guess this is going to be an adult book. And possibly smutty, which I've no problem with. Or romance of some kind. The front just says, captivating a nostalgic mixtape. Yes, please. Yes, please. The first time Susan meets Eliza, it's 2005, and she's speeding down the Long Island Expressway to an indie rock show. Eliza, pretty and out of place, doesn't know a thing about music, but Susan is drawn to her anyway, until a revelation about Eliza's past tears them apart. Oh, this is going to be good. Years later, Susan is thriving in Brooklyn's indie music scene when a dating app brings Eliza back into her life. Their chemistry is undeniable, but so is the damage. As Susan's career rises and someone new enters the picture, she can't stop wondering what if. Steamy coming-of-age story about first love, second chances, and heartbreak of trying to move on. Whoa. Okay. A lot of people don't, like, they're kind of romance snobs. I am no longer a romance snob. A pseudonym for Stephen King. Sorry, I gotta look at the chat in a minute. That just grabbed me because I gotta look into that comment a little more. I didn't know that was a pseudonym. I don't read a lot of Stephen King. I have read Stephen King. Yeah, this is looking saucy for sure. Hey, and yo. Esther, what is that? What is that emoji? Yeah, I like this book better than the other ones so far. I think... Thank you, Esther. Hey, and All right, so this is looking spicy. This is looking romancy. It's also looking LGBTQ. Let me do a sniff test. Ooh. Subtle, but very newspapery. It's not something that, like, when you flip every page you're gonna smell the good smell, but it smells good, so that's a good sign. And you gotta stop, bro. Indom is not a bot, you guys. He's a regular, but yeah, you gotta please stop. Please don't do that. I'm gonna put you in timeout. Thank you. All right, let me finish talking about this, and then I want to look into the Richard Bachman is Stephen King thing, because I feel like I should have known that. And Richard Bachman wrote a book called Jonathan Livingston Seagull, which was really cool and very different from everything we've talked about. Totally not Stephen King-esque, so I gotta look into that very much. Prakash is happy. Sorry if I'm not saying your name right. Okay, wait, what did somebody just say? Meow meow, you missed the cat. He was on here already. All right, Sussy, let's see what let me see if I can read you the first sentence. All right, that looks like it actually is a chapter. That's good. Work of fiction. All right, we might have an actual first sentence. Susan puts... Okay, it's okay. I can read it on YouTube. Susan puts a salty, slightly stale sun chip in her mouth, and the moment she bites down on it, Katie says, "I love you, but you're the loudest chewer in the entire world." Okay, I thought maybe the first sentence was gonna get saucy there, but I'm excited about this. I was saying I'm no longer a romance snob because I actually read some romance books that were amazing this year for like the first time. And they were cute and funny and clever, and it just really turned out to be a good time. So this might be that as well. And I don't have much modern romance because most of my books are like classics and fantasy and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm excited to get them for free. A lot of the authors that are giving away books are kind of established. Not always. Sometimes it's a debut novel, but some of them, they're giving away a second one to promote another, you know, to get people interested in their backlog, and it's working. It's definitely working. Okay, smelling the books takes you out. Yeah, I love it. I have a couple that smell really, really good right now, and it, like every page, you can smell it. It's really good. Erin is the best book ever. What? Who pooped on whom? I wouldn't have normally read that comment, but it was so like grammatically impressive that I read it. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. What are you talking about, Indum? I don't know what that means. Mahar? Is that your name? I know you've commented a couple times. I haven't said your name right. You know, I never connected that. Oh my god, you're right, though. Totally different authors. But yes, that book, I loved it. Jonathan Livingston Seagull was the best book. It was so short. I read it in a couple of hours. But if that was written by Stephen King, I'm going to be extremely blown away here. Right now, you can save 50 euros a person on what? Should I block this ad Veda guy? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Esther's cool with it. Indom says it's another meme that he's teaching me about. Okay, fair. I know you love memes. Yeah, I'm gonna block somebody else because I don't want to deal with that right now. Okay, so let me just see if I can... I mean, just the first sentence kind of sets a tone. Definitely some cursing and stuff. This is gonna be probably very filthy. But you know what? I mean, it's got, girls touching legs with fishnet stockings on in the front, so I think that's kind of setting the tone. But I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Okay, let me see. I need to look in the Richard Bachman thing. In Europe, there are bookshelves on the streets for free books. People can exchange books there. That's amazing. I've seen them selling books on the streets of New York last time I visited the city, but it seems kind of like touch and go. Like you can't always count on them being there. Yeah, I blocked him, Esther. Hi, Nora. I didn't block you, Advaita. I blocked somebody else that I just didn't feel like dealing with. Using text to speak because you're a little too drunk. Fair. Just be safe. Don't text and drive or drink and drive. And for mod, I will see how it goes. And but so far I'm not eating a mod. Nora, I don't know you. Pretty sure was not written by him. Okay. FlyOn. I don't like that word. I don't want to read that word. I feel like it's gross, but we've had a couple of those today. Yeah, and in Germany especially, they're on the street. That's amazing. It does say Richard Bachman's pseudonym, but when I open it, let's see. And I have heard of this book from Stephen King. The Long Walk is what we're talking about. Yeah, and it clearly says right there, Stephen King writing as Richard Bachman. But I really want to... Is it the same Richard Bachman? Wait. I don't think it is. I gotta look up the seagull one now. Jonathan Livingston Seagull is Richard Bach. Just Bach, not Bachman. Okay, I was gonna say that might be a little weird if Stephen King had written that book, because that is not anything like a Stephen King book. Okay. I was wrong. Not the same person. Not the same person at all. Stephen King, like, I have a love-hate relationship with Stephen King. He's able to produce the most disgusting, like, response, which means he's an effective writer. But I hate that. I can do disturbing, but not disgusting, really. And Stephen King does a lot of disgusting stuff. There's a couple, I've read the like long version of The Stand, and there's a couple scenes in there that I wish I could permanently delete from my brain. I'd never want to read that again, to be honest. And Dom's gonna go make a quick edit. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on tonight. I know I'm always on longer than I think. I'm at 42%, so probably not a whole lot longer. You have a book library that you donate to all the time in the neighborhood. That's awesome. The Longest Walk is by Nicholas something guy. Yeah, it is Nicholas something guy. Nicholas Sparks, maybe? I've read that. It was... I don't want to say cheesy. It was exactly what you'd think it was. It was like trying to get you in the feels, but it was a little too corny to do. I'm sorry if you like that book. I'm not trying to down it. The only books you read have dinosaurs, right back. You have dinosaurs on the brain, and that's not a bad thing. I watched something on your channel where it was like it wasn't a brachiosaur, but it looked like it, and the T-Rex were just like roaring over and over, and oh god, I forgot how wonderful those sounds are. Jurassic Park really got that right. Thank you, Prakash. Or Porin, I don't know what to call you. I know you don't judge a book by its cover, but like, come on, we do. Yeah, we do. I thought who got blocked. Never mind yet. Somebody commented once and got blocked, but none of y'all, obviously y'all are talking still and commenting, so. Oh, maybe you do need to get blocked. Don't say the E word. Advaita. That's gonna get you blocked because I do not want the algorithm thinking we're talking about that. Okay, moving on. I forget what the screen name was, and I already got rid of it, so I don't remember which one it was. Okay, so that's how I knew it was. Okay, that makes sense. You're drunk. I thought it was the same guy too, and I am not drunk whatsoever, so. You sold books for a year, people still. It was a short in it might have been on the games channel, I forget. I just remember dinosaurs roaring, but that's probably every video that you have. My recent was sauropod, but I don't remember anything about roaring. It doesn't show it to me in order, so sometimes, I don't know. With great power comes great responsibility. Okay. So, giant question mark fiction, naughty fiction. And this is the one I prefer. I don't know what that says about me, but. And then it got a paper here that doesn't have my name on it. Congratulations on winning one of our giveaways. We hope you enjoy the read and will share your thoughts with us on social media. That's why they give away these advanced reader copies, so that they can have some reviews before the book is even being sold. And they're hoping, obviously, for good reviews. I mean, that can really backfire, but they're hoping for good ones so that then they sell more books when they actually come out. So, it was a short on your gaming channel. Yeah, that sounds right. What am I actually doing today with my life? This? Am I certain? Not really. Maybe I'm doing something else? I don't know. Okay, so those are the two books today. Last time, I will tell you, we got a weird, creepy-looking dystopian sci-fi, like World War III one. And we got another cute romance. And now back to you. It's like a weather... I want to say weatherman, but one of them's a lady. It's a romance, and it just seems adorable. It's kind of long, but yeah, that's what we got last time. We actually got 2 copies of this. And then, oh, I forgot. I got a huge box, and I was confused last time. We got this giant chunker of a book about a Quentin Tarantino movie. All right. To my credit, that is a hard name to say. I have not read Master and Margarita. I have heard of it. Let me look it up real quick. Scott? Don't know what you're doing really, but okay. I know you said hi, Aaron. I'm always a little behind on the chat, it seems. Master and Margarita, I forget what that was called. I forget what that was about. Looks like it's a Russian author. It's fairly new, isn't it? Or am I just thinking of something else? Oh, an audacious revision of the stories of Faust and Pontius Pilate. Pilate? How do you say his name? Essential classics of modern literature. Yeah, so then I was wrong. 1967 it came out. How am I looking at numbers and not able to read them? Okay. Russian literature. I've definitely read some good Russian literature. It is often very depressing. And I'm not in the mood for depressing right now, unfortunately. At least not until January, at least. At the earliest. Oh, how cool. And of course I was thinking, what's in the box? Brad Pitt screaming. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're screaming, you're saying Brad Pitt is screaming. I didn't even recognize Brad Pitt in here. I did recognize Leonardo. It is still in the plastic. This is going to my book nonprofit, and it's going to be an awesome donation. It might pay the electric bill that month. week. I don't know. Electric's expensive right here. Bum. Russian authors, I'm assuming you mean aren't worth it. They definitely are. There is some great stuff coming out of, like, I don't know anything about like modern Russian authors, but Russian classics, amazing. Oh, Aaron went out and is back in the chat. So hello. It's like Faust. Yeah, it said that. Ooh, this does sound good. Gosh. I'm not in the mood for it now, but could I be? Probably. So I'm wondering if I should mark it as like to read. I don't know. You don't have to say hi though. What do you mean? On your videos? I'm gonna say hi to you if you're here. Oh gosh, I did say 1967, didn't I? I said it. I didn't even realize. It was like 1967. Gosh, I'm getting myself into trouble. Aaron, tries to make me laugh a lot, and sometimes it works. A lot of times it works. As for the 6-7 meme is so annoying. I know a lot of people think it is. We had a thing online where I didn't know what it was, and then people were joking about it after they had told me what it was, after Indom had told me what it was. And I didn't get it until like 10 minutes later, and then he's like, "Oh, now you get it." And it just became a thing where I like try to make sure if I'm picking up on it, and I didn't this time. So I'm sorry you find it annoying is what I'm trying to say, but it's gonna pop up a bit on this channel. Just a bit. The Dream of a Ridiculous Man by Dostoevsky. Your comment on Ukraine-Russia war. That's not what I was trying to go into. But Ukraine is being violated. I don't agree with that. From Russia comes terror, hunger, and war, nothing else. I mean, no. I've met a lot of good Russian people, but notice they came out of that country to, like, didn't go back. So, I don't know. Yes, because of you. And, I feel bad I'm, like, repeating and explaining it this whole time. No, but when you enter streams, it has a thing where you can say hi automatically, and I was talking about that. Oh, I missed something then. I'm sorry. Georgia War. Wait a minute. Let me look at this. That's a hard name too. Dostoevsky. Dream of a Ridiculous Man. Have I read Dostoevsky? Oh my gosh. Oh, a short story. Man in St. Petersburg's streets while musing upon how ridiculous his life is and its distinct lack of meaning or purpose. Oh, downer. Major downer. I'm not going to mark that as to read right now. That is depressing as heck. It's a dead meme now. I think 6-7 is still very much alive. I think the older people like me are like on its second wave, second life. I don't know. Aaron's gonna check us out on Sundays. That'd be great. Hopefully you won't be drunk anymore. Not trying to start that habit, good. But definitely this could be a better vice. We hope to see you again then if we can help you with drinking problems. Drink responsibly. Indom's gonna go now. Okay. Ooh. I didn't know that about Dostoevsky at all. And thank you for putting it that way instead of getting flagged on the channel. One of your online friends' channels is getting deleted because of a government law coming in the 10th of December, so I'm making an edit on his favorite dino as a final goodbye. What law? Hold on. I'm going to look this up too. What is going on? Well, let me see if you're... And that is very nice of you. I don't know what country you're in specifically, and you don't have to say. But I'm wondering what law that is, because I mean, here in the US, it's been insanely bad this whole year, but the UK is having some crazy stuff happen too, and I don't know where you're at. You're Austria, where people under 16 can't watch YouTube, and anyone on it channels will be deleted. Oh, in Austria. So you're not in Austria. That's a great way to put it. You don't have to say where you are and just say where the law is. I mean, that was being floated around here, but I think it was under 18. That's like half of YouTube is younger people at least watching stuff. That's crazy. I am an American, and unfortunately am in America at the moment. So yes, you can ask me something. Hi, creation. Basically, yes. Yeah, like, I understand wanting to protect children from predators, like, absolutely, but I like, it's an example of, like, a good intention that's gonna backfire. I don't know, in my opinion. Ukrainian is left anymore? Yes, Ukraine is still there, but Russia is still attacking it for no reason. Putin wants to attack it for no reason. Hopefully the government spies don't bomb me. Sorry. Yeah, go make your friend a video. Ooh, Mahar is able to see Austria. I'm sure it'll be good. No worries. No worries. All right, if I get one more subscriber, I'm at 1809. If I get one more subscriber, I get 1810, which bumps my little number up. I don't know why that makes me happy. Smart, I can't see what you're writing because I guess I'm set to English. Don't jinx it, and kindness would be lovely. I don't know what to call you. You can call me Anna. What does ATP mean? Wait, you can call me Fly too, and whatever. Humble. Okay, Smart, I can see your emojis, but I can't see the text. Hi, Jay. I don't know what that means. ATP. At the point? Oh, at this point. Yeah, I go by Anna, or you can call me Fly. That's fine. They're cold turkeys. Hi. Yeah, they're probably just spamming emojis, but... And creation is trying to give us some positivity here, I think. Yeah, I can't even translate it. Smart. I'm sorry. Okay. I do have cats, Jay. My cat was on this stream earlier, actually. Schwarzenegger is Austrian, by the way. Yeah, I think I knew that. And why do you do this? Why do you do this? Because that part is not funny, and like, I don't want to block you, but like, I'm not gonna block you, but I don't want to put you in timeout. TV is the past in Europe. Literally nobody's watching it. It's all streaming. I don't watch live TV anymore. I think I've watched like a football game, like American football. Jay, you can tell I have a cat butt because I got hair in my shirt. You can see that? Oh, it does look like it on the stream, on the laptop. On my phone, that's so weird. I can't see the cat hair. Yeah, just about everything has cat hair on it. And of course, the black shirt is going to show the cat hair. That's so funny. He's Siamese, so he has fairly light fur. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Are books your passion? Absolutely. Unfortunately for my YouTube channel, I have like multiple passions, and YouTube doesn't like it when you switch subjects. So, I mean, animals has always been a thing for me. Reading has always been a thing for me. I've recently got into makeup. I do circus dance and stuff, but not as much anymore. But books is definitely one of my passions. Yeah, and it just kind of came about that we started talking about it on Sundays. You're going for the 6-7 timeouts? By the way, and I listened to part of that song. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I know you're probably gonna spam the chat again, but I don't get it. I don't get. Maybe I listened to the wrong version of it. Maybe that's a ringtone. Yeah, Indom's got this song in his head for the last. I streamed yesterday too, for the last 2 days. So he's just repeating what it says. I don't know. Esther, good for you. Thank you. Hi, Karen. Nicholas, I heard your neck hurts. Yeah, my car got hit yesterday. Like it didn't do any damage to the car, but it scared the crap out of me. I like screamed. The lady behind me just like she said her foot slipped and she just like rammed into me. So my body went forward and my neck was kind of hurting, but it's not bad. So wait, Nicholas, were you here yesterday? Thank you, Joseph. Good morning. It's good. It's the evening here where I am. Editing is Indom's passion and coping method from depression. Yeah. Well, if I know you I don't think you were here in the beginning of the stream, but man, like this gets me distracted and like in a more up, voice and stuff, and it does help with the depression. Yeah, I'm okay from yesterday. I thought it was gonna hurt, but I was more annoyed than anything at her, so I just like left because there was no damage to the cars, like either car. But I was like, watch, now I'm gonna get hurt and I'm gonna wish that I had like exchanged information with her, but I'm alright. But thank you for asking. I didn't check it by an x-ray or anything because it's not really hurting. Or if I get like little hurts, it's like it's fine. It's not bad. It's not enough to like, I don't know, feel like I need to go to the doctor. Thank you, Esther. Cracks in vertebrae can be very, very bad. Yes. It's definitely like not that though. So it's fine. She wasn't, it felt like she was going fast, so I thought for sure there was gonna be a crunch in the back of my car, but I don't think she was very far away from me, so I think her foot just kind of went and like was enough to like I could hear it and flip forward, but I didn't get hurt badly that I know of, and my car was fine. Like the earrings, thanks. And I recognized you, Fox Mulder, from yesterday. Reject your sense of injury and the injury itself disappears. Sometimes that actually can be true. I read this book that sounds very boring, but it's just called Healing Back Pain. And it's actually, and this is like kind of a newer science, and I'm not trying to be all woo-woo here, but it's like your emotions can control the amount of pain that you have. And I experienced that with PTSD. I mean, it's kind of an obvious way, like you kind of feel the sensations, even though if it's not happening. So while I wouldn't say that's the only way to deal with injury, it can really affect how you feel. All right. Since this is a reading report and sorry, I shook you guys again. My battery is low at 33%. Let me just tell you what I'm reading, and if you are reading, feel free to tell me. I'm still reading that Dan Brown book that it's not junk food, but it's like a comfort book. It's another Robert Langdon story. It's called The Secret of Secrets. And it's one of the books that I mentioned before where it's like you turn the page and you can smell the book and it's so good. But it's like that glossy paper smell. Ugh, it's so good. It smells like a library. Nice finger. What? And I'm reading my chat right now. Perfectly valid way to read. So I'm reading the Dan Brown one. Did I finish anything recently? Do I want to talk about pucking around? It's a book title. It's a book title. Book title. After live stream, what is my plan? I have to go to bed, get ready for work, but I'm gonna read the Dan Brown book. Because it's just been fun. And like I don't have to think about it hard enough before I go to bed that it's gonna like keep me up. You love my makeup, thank you. I went to my friend's play today and I wanted to do a pop of colors, so I wore black so I could do whatever color I wanted. Who remembers the Rubik's Cube earrings? I have Rubik's Cube earrings. I think one of them's up here because it broke. I'm gonna knock things off of my thing here. Yes, I have working Rubik's Cube earrings that got stuck on that thing. So you'll see me in these sometimes. I love weird earrings. I have a whole wall where I hang earrings up. Yeah, I'm not talking about like losing a leg and wish it to come back, but your stress levels can affect your pain sometimes. That's all I'm talking about. Inam, you're like the longest returning regular, I think. Because you've popped up every time and it's good. Yeah, I mean there's only so much injury you can. Ah. I look very beautiful without makeup. How do you know? Were you the spies that caught on to the conversation earlier? It's a Hungarian thing. Hungarian engineer developed it. Wait, what are we talking about? I'm not talking about regrowing a limb with your thoughts. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm gonna skip the one that I was gonna talk about because it's gonna embarrass me a little bit. I started the second Witcher book. I have a bunch of recent videos about The Witcher coming out on Netflix. Spoiler alert, wasn't great. But I'm still trying to edit videos and put them out about like The Witcher summaries for each chapter of the books, which is the short stories so far, so that I can compare it to the show. Because I know the show has gone off the rails, but I don't know how far off the rails it went, so I want to know. And even though I've read the first 4 Witcher books out of 7 or 8, I don't remember a whole lot, honestly. So I'm rereading them. So I started the second one. I'm still in this fantasy series. The first one was A Fire in the Sky. This one I got for free on Goodreads. Amazing. Oh, it smells so good. But I'm listening to it on audio mostly. I'm going to run out of audio hours and then I'm going to finish it in physical form. So yeah, I'm reading 8 right now, technically. Let me look at my favorite type of story. I've really been liking fantasy, especially stuff with dragons, and I like the romantasy genre. I discovered that for the first time this year, but I read all kinds of stuff. Rubik's Cube. Hi, FNAF Kid? I don't know how to say that. So do you, in fact, were you talking about the genre of books that I was talking about? Okay, so this one, the Dan Brown one, what did I just mention? The Witcher. I'm still trying to get through the, like, giant coffee table book with Game of Thrones stuff in it. It's huge, so it's taking a while. Still trying to read the Bible cover to cover, but I've not picked that up in a while. So it's going very slowly because the Old Testament is a rough ride. Really rough ride. That's 5. 6, I'm reading a book about biblical archaeological history. I'm trying to read it in parallel with the Bible, but it's not working out so well, and I haven't picked those up in a while. And then, all right, and then I'm reading a junk food book, which I'm not going to explain. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. And then I picked up this backlist one because I have 2,000 books, guys, in my house, plus all the Kindle books that Goodreads has been throwing at me. So I don't need more books, but am I going to get more books? Absolutely. I do declutter sometimes, or unhaul. What is that called? Maybe it's hard to do that like live because you gotta like walk around the room and stuff. But I picked a book up off my actual shelf and started reading it. I am not really in the mood for it. It is beautifully written. It's called Clay's Quilt. The author is named Silas House. I was just curious about his writing style. And it's beautiful. It's very atmospheric, but it's like the Kentucky hillside. Like this man as an adult is like meeting and living in this southern town. It's just kind of like appreciating life and like giving you feels about how your life used to be and people that come in and out. I don't know. There's no dragons in it, let's just say. So it's not that I'm bored. I'm just not in the mood for it because the writing really is beautiful, and I'm kind of doing that one with the Tria chapter. So I'll read a chapter of that. I'll read a chapter of The Witcher. So I'm kind of like keeping my brain occupied when we have downtime at work, especially. The junk food book is on Kindle, which is on my phone. But yeah, those are the 8 that I am in. Will I finish Clay's Quilt? I don't know. I'd like to, but I don't know if I will. Like by the end of the year, it's not like my top priority. Let me scroll up a little bit. 5 Nights at Freddy's kid. My nephew. Don't do Old Testament, it's old. Well, by very definition, yes. I wanted to read it cover to cover. Esther says, I mentioned the fantasy, but I would read that book you have. I like it. Oh, this one? So the first one, Fire in the Sky, absolutely loved it. 5 stars. But it ended here. This is not a spoiler. It ended here, and I'm like, oh my god. And then I started this one, and it starts here. And I was like, but it's starting to pick up now, and I'm liking this one again. And there are dragons in the story, so yeah. It's really good. Never heard of it. But this is an example of Goodreads gave me the second one, and then I wanted to go back and read the first one, especially for a fantasy series. Like, you kind of can't jump in on the second book. New Testament is cool. New Version is great. Old Testament is cooler as Game of Thrones. It's very Game of Thronesy. It is extremely violent. Indam's gonna go, have a good day and night. He didn't say Australia. He said Austria. Or she, I don't know. You're near Switzerland. Meow meow, good night. I know, you said you were going to go a while ago, but you stayed. Always good to see you. Old Testament is Game of Thronesy. Yeah. Oh, and you said New Version is cool. Is my cat asleep? Yeah, he's in his little bed. He goes in the closet. There's like a small walk-in closet with a cat bed in it, and that's like kind of his room. My cat's kind of an introvert. Like, he loves me and my partner, but he like sometimes he loves him more. Gonna block somebody real quick. But yeah, he's asleep. He's a cutie. He is on my YouTube channel a lot, actually. What was I saying? Okay, version of the Bible. So I have to kind of keep a couple versions around when I'm reading it because my grandparents gave me one that was like translated for teens in the 1970s. And most of it is fine. Most of it, the translation is fine. That's the one that I started, so I want to finish that one. But I have a King James version with me, and I have a New International Version, I think, of the Bible that I have with me as well. And that's the one that we predominantly would read growing up. But I call it my ghetto Bible. That's the one I'm trying to finish, and some of the quotes are so bizarre that it makes me laugh, and you kind of need that when you're talking about animal sacrifice in huge lists in the Old Testament. I do have only one cat, but I have 5 animals total. Yes. Why is my phone showing all of that? Yeah, my ghetto Bible. You need to pick me up once in a while in that because it's a little crazy. Okay, the 2 books I got last time, I need to add. So I have lists of all my books, not just Goodreads, but I have like a spreadsheet. Like that's my kind of personality. You have one for kids with scary pictures, still nightmares. Yeah, I mean, Jesus is awesome, but the Bible as a whole is not appropriate for children. I'm very, like, not very, but I'm a more spiritual person than a religious person, but I was brought up Christian, and no issues with it really. Like my being raised Christian, like I had good times at my church and stuff, but like when you actually dig into the Old Testament stuff, I mean, it's terrifying. It's violent. It's extremely violent. And I know it's supposed to be more like history than, hey, you should be like this, like the New Testament is like, try to love people and, be like a good person, even though apparently people seem to have forgotten that that's what it's supposed to be. Sorry to go on a rant about this, but yeah, Old Testament, scary stuff. I think the version I have is about 1,000 pages, and I'm still only on page like 400 something. I've been reading it for years, but technically it's on my Goodreads list as being read, so I needed to mention it. Yeah, so I'm in the middle of 8 different things because of course I am. The Scar and the Bone one, like I said, this is mostly on audio. Dan Brown is in print. He's in the other room. Not Dan Brown, but his book. Clay's Quilt is in print. I don't know where it went. I have to find it by tomorrow. The Junk Food one is on Kindle. And the others are all in print as well. I would love to get my currently reading down to 4 or 5. Like 1 audio, 1 print at least, and 1 Kindle, maybe 2 print, Because I think I'm always going to have that. The Kindle thing kind of happened by accident. It's just an app on my phone. Hello, hi. Was it Jasmine? Hold on, let me look at my comment. My dad does want me to be a Christian, but I don't believe much because some bits in the Bible are symbolic. Yeah, they are. Yeah, some are symbolic. I think, love my earrings, thank you. And it is Jasmine, yes. I was guessing yesterday. I never got that answer again. I know you told me, and then I immediately forgot. So, hi, and thank you. I like these too. They're from Amazon. Old Testament was violent. I saw a church in Italy with sculptures of medieval workers, and torture was there. Yeah, there's some very disturbing imagery. And part of it is history. And no, Esther, I don't think you're being rude at all. Some of it is symbolic. Some of it makes no sense. Like people living 900 years. And then the New Testament is like a completely different thing. We're kind of objectively talking about reading the Bible. It's technically on my reading list, but it's going very slowly. I've read parts of it my whole life, but I want to read it cover to cover, and man, is it difficult. Very, very, very difficult. How are you feeling, Jasmine? I didn't really get any sleep last night. You were in so much pain. You fell asleep on the bathroom floor. Oh no. Jace, all I said was northeastern United States. I'm not gonna get more specific. You took a couple naps with a heating pad today, and the kitty, oh good. Good. Yeah, I know yesterday was rough for you. I already opened my 2 books today. I know you joined yesterday when we were kind of just chatting about whatever. But earlier in the stream today, I opened 2 new books from Goodreads. One we were confused about, and one is kind of naughty, and I don't mind. So let me look at what the other package had. It had a paper in it, but I think it was a return label or something. I don't know why it's a return label, because why would I return a free book? All right. Yeah, it wasn't anything exciting. Like plants coming before sun makes no sense. No, I think the sun was first. Wasn't like light and dark first? I know what you're talking about in Genesis, but I can't remember what happened on each day. I mean, that's got to be symbolic. I don't want to cause a whole big thing. I mean, you guys are fine, but I don't know. YouTube is weird. Like, you say certain buzzwords, and all of a sudden you have a whole bunch of people on your hands that you don't really want to deal with. My earrings are so nice. Thank you so much. I love these. They remind me of like a hanging plant, you know, which, if you can't tell, I like. This plant back here, the vine, goes almost all the way around the room. I have like a doorway's worth that it needs to go over, but it's, and if I stretched it out, it would fit all the way, I think. I have it draped, you know. But yeah, anyway, I have way too many earrings. Wondering if I should actually wrap up. Sorry, Jasmine just got here. Sorry if you needed the distraction again. But you can watch the stream from the beginning. That might help. And you can always leave comments, and I will reply tomorrow. Because I opened the books, I am off screen, sorry. It's almost 9 o'clock, and I talked about what I was reading. I don't know if y'all are reading anything, or have opinions on, or more opinions on what I talked about today. I'll do one more thing here, because I have my list of physical books that are about to come in, or are at least out in the ether somewhere, waiting to come in. You strongly recommend Long Walk. Let me just look it up, but I'm pretty sure I read it already. Is it The Long Walk? Nicholas somebody? Oh, you're talking about the Stephen King thing. Never mind. I don't know if I can handle that right now. I mean, I appreciate the recommendation, but okay, Gershom? No idea. Very interesting book. 1984. I have read that. That broke my brain a bit. That was hard to get through, but worth it. 100 boys must keep a steady pace of 4 miles. Wait a minute, maybe I didn't. I'm on a different page for The Long Walk than I was. I think before I followed the Richard Bachman one, and now it's like under, oh, this is spelling author wrong. So I think I think that's not even real. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. I guess it is time for bed. For me. Why can't I find it now? The Long Walk. I don't know if I actually looked at what it was about. I thought I did. Then we got distracted by Richard Bach. I mean, as expected, there's a bunch of books called The Long Walk. Yeah, it takes me back to the same page. It's spelling author, A-U-T-H-O-O-R. Author. But these are just people typing stuff in. Like, I used to be a Goodreads librarian, so, like, it's just a little error here. 100 boys must keep a steady pace of 4 miles per hour without ever stopping, with the winner being awarded the prize, anything he wants for the rest of his life. Whoa. See, like, it makes me want to read it, but knowing it's Stephen King makes me want to not read it because I'm always so grossed out. 1984 helps you in bad times? Or were you talking about something else? Oh, The Long Walk. I'm sorry. I'm confusing people's screen names, and I keep switching between tabs, so I'm getting confused. But what about it helps you? Because it sounds pretty dark. I didn't think 1984 was in Russia. It's George Orwell. I thought he was British. I don't know what dismotivate is. Yeah, I thought it was British, Seb. 100 boys walk to the end, only one survives. There's a Squid Game book? Seriously? I want to open a different... I'm going to mark the Stephen King one as to read just because we talked about it. And I can always take it off later. I'm trying to keep my want to read list shorter because I have over 1,000 books on there, and then I have about 1,300 in the house that I haven't read. I better get started. It sounds dystopian, so I'm gonna mark it as dystopian. And then, wait, did you see the Squid Game, like, actual show? Like, real people competing? Like, at no point watching Squid Games was I like, oh, people should do this for real. Like, what the heck? But they've had, like, this is the second season, I think, of people actually competing. Like, what is wrong with you people? Yeah, there's a couple Squid Games books here, but I don't think it was based on a book. It changed your look on life. Some people just love Stephen King. And it's an author I have respect for, but I can't do the gross stuff. What's the most easy, beginner-friendly novel interesting to read? I'll have to think about that. You know that 1984 is Orwell. It describes Russia or the USSR? Are you talking about, like, symbolically? I mean, I think it talks about a lot of countries that could end up that way. Oh, he was born in India when it was part of England. But it's calling him an English novelist. And Orwell is his pen name. Speaking of pen names. Hello from India. Weren't you here already? North Korea. North Korea does sound a lot like the 1984 dystopia, actually. It's like the Thought Police. It's a really good one to read. So, most interesting, friendly novel, interesting to read for, like, an adult or, like, a teenager. There's so many answers to that I could give you. Let me look at my, like, best of the best list and try to give you one that maybe is kind of... It's hard to get ones that are kind of universal, you know? But there's definitely books that I feel like everybody should read. but it depends on your perspective. I have a lot of different stuff here, and some of it is pretty dark. Gosh, what would I recommend? You're gonna have to give me something more for a teenager. Okay. Orwell and North Korea don't pass together. I'm not sure what that comment means. You're more addicted to Instagram reels, or for I want an interesting book. So I just read a book. It's the series is called Wings of Fire, and it's about teenage dragons having adventures. It's kind of violent, but it was so much fun. It's just like a recent one that I happened to finish. The Hunger Games is also violent, but very addictive, and it's grown-ups, obviously, because I reread it last year, I think. Grown-ups love it as well. And then I'd recommend, there's a book called Ink Heart. I'll share it in the chat. Hold on. I'll put all of them in here. What were the other ones I said? And what was the third one I said? What was the one I just mentioned? The Hunger Games. Okay. Okay. So Inkheart is about a family where the guy can, when he reads out loud, he can read what's in the book into real life. So he accidentally reads some of the characters out of their book, and then they're trying to get back in. But it's a book for book lovers. Like, they quote a bunch of famous, like, kind of young adult books at the beginning of every chapter. Oh, it was so good. There's 3 of them. Hi, Sam. Can I take dinner? No. Hi, and recommend. Oh, gosh. You know what I meant. Can I edit it? I don't think I can edit it. Nope, I can't edit it. You know what I mean. Sorry. I didn't even notice. I'm tired. Oh, the cat's coming out to yell at me. Are you okay? He's being very weird. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry. Hi. I'm looking at my cat off camera. He was on here. Yes, and I recommend them books, because my English is good talking. I'm kidding. Can you see the baby's tail here? I don't know. You want to be on the channel again? Okay, I was going to say one more thing. How many books do I read per year? So I was in a book slump for like a couple of years. Last year, I read 17, which is low for me. I'll be right there. So I set my goal this year for 17. This year, I read 53 so far. 53! That's a lot. That's a lot. It's not the most I've ever read. But 53 so far. Oh, you're stuck. Hold on, he's stuck to my shirt. I'm so sorry. Okay. You're gonna... He just, like, laid down on top of my mouse and stuff, so, oh well. Yeah, I read a lot of books this year. So I have no idea what to set my goal for next year. I really don't. Do I know a Scottish tale about a cat king? I don't think I do, but I need to know. Hi, is it Kushal? Kushal? Who am I? I don't know. We do art and animals on my channel, and right now we're kind of doing both because my cat is right here. Talk about cat hair everywhere. I want to read books, but I don't find it enjoying. You don't know why. You like digital media more. Yeah, I mean, there's a book for everybody. So, like, something I've been recommending is, like, try a chapter, you know, or even like if you switch frequently and just see what pulls you in, or try a different format. Read on a Kindle if you'd rather read like a digital thing. Read like listen to an audiobook while you're doing the dishes or something. Like if you want to read more, there's ways. But that's fair. I think a lot of people feel that way. Till now you've read 37 books. Awesome, Sam. You just finished reading Dan Brown's Secret of Secrets. I'm reading that right now. It is actively breaking my brain. I'm about halfway through, so no spoilers. I love Dan Brown. I mean, the format is predictable, but he makes it so interesting with the weird information that I just get addicted to it every time. So yeah, I can't wait to finish that one. Favorite author? Oh gosh, I don't think I could. I can't answer that tonight because I'm so like, I'm tired. I'm the Lady Anna on Goodreads. You can go check. I have a best of the best list. So I was just looking at. So a lot of my favorite authors are on there. I know I have an answer to that question, but I can't find it in my brain at this moment. Very interesting. When I was a kid, I was very impressed with reading. All right, and go edit, and I'm gonna leave in a minute because my phone is at 20% now. I know I've been saying that for the last half an hour, but whatever. Start with Inkheart. Yeah, it's so fun. Yes, my favorite color is purple. You must have been here before, Sam. I'm green today, kind of. Could you recommend some more books that fit into the genre Dan Brown writes? Bro came onto stream just to say you race. What? Who said that? I didn't say that. Oh, similar to Dan Brown. Oh, what do I... Oh, that's such a good question. I don't know anybody that gives the same kind of historical information that he gives. But thrillers... Oh, hold on, let me scroll through this list again. Oh my gosh. You'd think I'd have answers to some of these questions. See, I don't want to recommend that one. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I'm scrolling through the whole thing and I'm like trying to figure out who's like Dan Brown. Why do I not have more answers for that? Oh, there's got to be. Hold on. Who have I read thrillers by? So if you like the thriller aspect or like the murder mystery aspect, this is not made up. This lady's name is Karen Slaughter, and she writes thrillers. They're pretty good. There's a lady named Lisa Gardner who writes thrillers that I enjoy. I don't think they're quite at Dan Brown's level, but I don't think you can like get to that intellectual level in a thriller. Like that's why he's so popular, because he just does it so well. So there's like, yeah, so Karen Slaughter and Lisa Gardner, I know I've read thrillers that I enjoy. Maybe not quite as much as Dan Brown, but let me see if I can jog my memory. Some of these I don't agree with, actually. Harlan Coben is another one. Let me write these down because Karen Slaughter is kind of spelled weird. Lisa Gardner is not. Harlan Coben is a dude that writes thrillers. They can be kind of gross. They could probably be a bit more graphic than the Dan Brown ones, but they're good. Maybe not all of them, so take it with a grain of salt, but I have very much enjoyed their thrillers. Maybe Michael Crichton a little bit, who wrote like Jurassic Park and a bunch of other famous ones that I can't think of right now. Michael Crichton might be a good suggestion. Okay, let me look at the chat one more time and then I really have to go. The King of the Cats fairy tale. King of the Cats. There's a couple things coming up here. Carbonell? Is that the name of the cat? Am I looking at the right thing? Go up in the chat. Oh, I must have missed it. Now there's fire trucks out there. Whatever you're selling, I'm buying. Go down to the Ko-Fi link and give me a tip. It's the closest I have to the super chats. I'm not selling anything. I'm talking about books. Talking about cats, I don't know if you know this series, but I read them some. The Warrior Saga. Yeah, that's come up before. I've been wanting to read that for a while. Yeah. Hi, Josh. Hi, Silas. I don't think you're being appropriate, but that's okay. I'm about to log off anyway. All right. So I'm gonna go. Wow, you can really see the cat hair in the laptop, in my laptop. I look like I'm hunched over right now. I'm getting more and more tired. So I'm gonna go read Dan Brown. Thanks for saying hi, like and subscribe and all that stuff. I've been doing this on Sundays and been really enjoying it. And I usually have something book related to talk about. Or not. Sometimes the chat just goes off the rails and we enjoy that very much. You're very welcome for the recommendations. And some of you I very much hope to see again. I don't know what I'm saying, so I'm gonna go. So thanks for hanging out so long, and I'll talk to you next week. Or in the comments. You can always leave a comment. So good night for now.